Welcome to Core Concepts from Dent Gaming. Let's see this build. Hey guys, what's up? Got another build for you. This is Mr. Big Gut. Obviously, because this is a massive core and he's got these tiny little legs and this tiny little head, he is Mr. Big Gut. He is rocking, once we get into it, dual Zimmermans. Very, very, very good close range weapon. Just a nice, tight, choked shotgun, kind of insane. One of the very few weapons in the game that could put that kind of attack power into a single shot and not put your AC into a firing stance. That is very, very important to note. Now, builds like this have been circulating around a lot in the ranked arena. Lots of people rocking dual Etsujins and maybe a Zimmerman on the back to lighten it up even more to make it even faster. I have opted to do something a little bit different and just make it into a dual Zim build, kind of combining two different strategies into one, because dual Zim builds are kind of freaking everywhere. They were very popular in the ranked arena as well. So I just combined the light medium frame with the decent defenses into a shield build. And yeah, pretty much just optimized your baseline speed over anything. Moving on, I am rocking the dual Zimmies here. Oh, I forgot to mention Zimmerman's got a reload time of 2.0, so 2 seconds. So basically you fire one, wait 1 second, fire the other one, and then wait 1 more second. So you basically just keep putting shells downrange every second, which is kind of nuts. If you don't want to wait that full second, once you fire the right one, you can switch to the back right weapon, which is a Ludlow. Now, the Ludlow is probably one of my favorite machine guns in the game. I love its consistent firing rate. The Etsujin is great for building stagger and it has nice little burst fire. It just retains its ammo a little bit longer than I would like, so I just go for a constant spray. I have debated back and forth on just making this a purely shotgun build and maybe throwing on the Sweet 16 in the back if you're close enough. Also, you could switch your left weapon to the Haldeman and just have all 3 different types of shotguns on there. So that fires every 1.3 seconds for the reload time. So that could be an idea. That way it's even more consistent fire going downrange. But if you like your shotguns, you definitely have that capability here. I am going to opt to keep the Ludlow because I like the pressure that it's capable of putting on my opponent at any given time. So I'm going to stick with the Ludlow. Moving on, we've got the back left weapon, which I opted for the VP-61PB or Pulse Buckler. Why did I opt for this one? Well, you're going to be traveling at a very, very high rate of speed, but your QB is not the strongest. Your QB is optimized for a directional change only. So if you are flying, I say, counterclockwise to your opponent's location, and they shoot a big shot at you that you don't want to hit you in the face, do not just hit the QB button. Make sure you rotate your controls counterclockwise and hit the QB button. This will cover more space, but it is only good in those instances where it can counter just like that. If you try to QB with a slower QB speed than your actual boost speed, it's not going to counter the right way. So make sure you do redirectionals all the time if you don't want to use your Pulse Buckler. If you use your Pulse Buckler, just turn it on and take the hit, because the instant guard mitigation is 96%. That is insane. So you only get hit with 4% of the incoming damage, not to mention your impact dampening is 95%. So you'll take little to no damage from that shot. Just remember, it's just under a half a second for that instant guard. Anything after that, it's only mitigating 35% of each. Make sure you pop it open and then you close that thing. You don't want to keep it open too long and be taking that 35%. Try to just dodge the really big hits with this thing. Anyway, main battle strategy. Yeah, you stay on your opponent. You just try to be as enigmatic as possible. Just stay on them. Apply constant pressure with the Zimmermans and the Ludlow. And the Zimmermans, basically, like I was saying earlier, they recirculate every second. So if you get someone into a stagger, chances are one of these is ready. Capitalize with those. If you're not ready, capitalize with a kick. Or capitalize with both. If it is ready, you can hit with the Zimmerman to extend the stagger and then kick him away from you. And that gives you room to set back up. So those are definitely all good options. Note that since you have a backup weapon on the right side, your Zimmerman will run out of ammo faster on the left side than your right because you're going to be using this one more often. So if you do run out of Zimmerman and you're somehow still in the fight, say you've missed every shot. I mean, the Zimmerman's got a lot of rounds that it can put down range, 53 tries to hit the opponent. If you do run out, you've still got a melee. You've still got a punch functionality. So if you do get a stagger, extend the stagger with the punches. You get 3 of them before your arm overheats, and then pop them with a Zimmerman. That should be plenty of time for it to have reloaded at that time. All right, moving on to the frame. I am rocking the... Moving on to the frame, I am rocking the Shade Eye. This is my favorite lightweight headpiece. It's just balanced everywhere. It's got great stats, lightweight, low EM load, decent stability, decent system recovery, really well balanced defenses, and a good AP to boot for the weight. Sure, the standby time is 9 seconds, but that's not the worst one out there. I've seen worse in head parts, and its scan distance is 450, which is well within the combat range of this AC, so it actually is very appropriate for the build. Moving on to the core, the Tien Quang. The reason why this thing got its name in the first place of Mr. Big Gut, this thing is massive. It's very, very, very output friendly for the generator. It's got the second highest stability in the game for a core. It's got insane defenses here. A little bit lacking in the energy department, but we're still over 1,000, so we are good. And a very high AP at 4,100. But that comes at a cost, and that cost is this massive weight of 20,000 plus units. I'm going to just say kilograms because I believe this is in kilograms. And then a decently high EN load at 388. But like I said, it's kind of worth it for that giant AP and these great defenses with that stability. So that's the way I justify keeping this on there. Moving on, the arms, we're rocking the Alba, the tiniest little flappy little arms in the game. Yes, I chose these because... one, it was one of the very few ways I could squeeze the generator that I wanted on here. 2, they actually have the second best firearm stability in the game for the lead load to keep it on target, and it not bad recoil control for if you are rocking dual zimmies at that particular time. Other than that, that's really the only reason why I chose them, is it fit aesthetically with the build, and it highlighted how big his gut actually is, and they have those decent stats there. Moving on, Fermiza legs. Again, I got the tiniest little legs in the game on this guy. Ironically, though, I don't know how I never really truly noticed this, but the Albas have a less load limit than the Fermizas. I don't know why that just now dawned on me, but yeah, they do. So yeah, they are the lightest weight legs in the game, so I'm pretty much just going to be dragging them around the arena as I fly around. They barely support all the weight that I need them to. I'm off by 70 units or kilograms or pounds or whatever you want to call them. So yeah, that is kind of funny. But yeah, they're there just because they're light. That's why they're there. Moving on, we've got the inner parts. I am using the 06 speeds. Yes, I am using the regular old boost speed at 375 to that's the reason why I'm using these. I wanted my consistent speed that I'm putting out in a straight line to just be really, really high, and there is no booster that gets that done better than the 06 speeds. They have the highest thrust output in the game, an okay upward thrust with an okay kind of high upward consumption, but like I said, they are made to go fast in a straight line, and that's what this guy is made for. He's just made to be enigmatic and on the opponent at all times. Moving on to the FCS, I am running the Abbott. I could be running the Ocellus. I mean, not a bad thing. It'd be off by only 30 units. Yeah, I really don't know why I'm not. Maybe I'm saving a little bit on the EN load. I just built it, so I've been bouncing back and forth as to what I should use. part of me does want to put the Ocellus back on it. It's what I originally had on him over that. Because I was really trying to squeeze on a better generator, and so I was opting for the lightest weight parts I could possibly get. So maybe I will pop the Ocellus back on. It's got the close range, which this thing is really needing, because it's all the weapons it has is close range, so no missiles. So I might as well just pop that back on, strictly for the close range assist there. And the generator, most people, for the longest time, it was really popular in ranked to actually use this generator because it is super freaking light. But somehow this generator, the VP20S, is actually better at being a generator, and it's almost as light. So a lot of times when you'll see these builds, they'll put these generators on there. And I tried to make the firearm spec work by putting a pulse gun on there. It just didn't quite have the right rhythm, and I felt like I did better with the Ludlow over the pulse rifle. So I opted to put that generator back on, and I haven't looked back since. So I don't know why this was super popular to put on builds like this, but yeah, this is just better at being a generator, so I opted to put that little guy on there. Moving on, pulse armor. Yes, I'm not squishy. I can tell you that right now. This guy's kind of a beast. If they're attacking me with energy, I'm a little bit on the squishy side, but I have the defenses and the AP to really take the hits. Pulse armor mainly there just to add that extra pressure to my opponent. Like, yes, I'm chasing you, and yes, I can take your hits, and then after the pulse armor's gone, I've still got my shield. Yeah, it's just really made to capitalize on the defenses of having that additional force field. That is the build and battle strategy. Let me go ahead and show you guys what this thing can do. Come here, Freud.
Main system activating combat mode.
Alright, yeehaw. Alright, get on him. Stay on him. Hurt him. Oh, I don't know how he got me with that. I did counter boost. It's kind of delayed. Whatever, it's good. Oh, got the kick anyway. Even though he got back up, I still got the kick. Oh, he's mad. He's mad. I'd be too. I'd be too if I sucked this bad. Come on, let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready. Throw whatever BS you want at me. I'm ready. Nope. Ha! Sucks to suck. Yikes. That's over with the Ludlow. Nope. There we go. We'll just end it with the dual Zimmy shot. Yikes. S1 my bum. Here, we're going to save that one. That was a good one. All right, that was Mr. Big Gut uploading it just for you right now. We're going to share idea of 9FQU5GT62DJR. If you like him, take him. He is all yours. I had an absolute blast using this big giant robot to blow stuff up. Please like and subscribe. Thank you and goodbye.